this your new concept, if it comes into being, don't you think you run into trouble with those who must have probably have backed you in the course of the campaign, because the perception that the boys need jobs?
No, it doesn't mean they will not get jobs. In fact, it will help the federal government, because people will now, I will give you an example. Supposing those of us, the city elites, we suddenly discovered that it's cheaper to have electricity in the villages than in the cities. A lot of people will now go and start building in the villages because power is cheaper. There in your house, I'm sure you have got televisions, you have got refrigerators, you have got washing machine. In villages, those are not their priority, so you can actually subsidize people who live in a village with all basic things like reading lamp, maybe one fridge, and that's all. You can subsidize that, and those of us who live in the village will pay more in the cities.
I was going through the web just as I was making my trip to Mina, and I saw a quotation, no sacrifice is too great for our fatherland, and Nigeria needs patriots like us. But yet, opposition is mounting against you, and they keep on raising a lot of issues.
Like
Delegiwa, June 12, Okibo report. So what makes you feel in the heat of all this opposition that you are one patriot that Nigeria needs?
Because those things that people have been talking about, don't forget, you have been talking about few things in the last 17 years. For goodness sake, don't you have brain to come out with something for the good of this country? 17 years. And it's not that these trumped up charges were not investigated. They were investigated. Some were settled through the courts. Others were settled through reports. But you keep on talking about the same thing. Somebody, not me, somebody should say, for goodness sake, let's move this country. Enough of it. After all, people died in Odi. You know how many people died there? Not long ago. Nobody's talking about Odi. But talking about Babangida and Delegia, you are a living witness in this country. You have been reading the reports from the National Assembly. People stealing billions. Nothing has happened so far. But when you talk of corruption, then there is somebody in this village called Mine who institutionalized corruption. Now, it may interest you to know what my government got in 8 years is what the democratic government of my elder brother, OBJ, what he got in 1 year as revenue from oil and the rest of them is what I got in 8 years. I believe I should be commended for managing scarce resources. With that scarce resources, you travel all over the country. You can see Abuja, you can see Third Mainland Bridge, you can see Kaduna Kano, Kaduna Abuja. You could see states being created, and people now have a place they call their own, all within that meager resources. When I was there, a kilometer of road, you spend less than 500,000 naira. Now a kilometer of road will cost you 100 million naira.
But you feel comfortable because these are issues that your opponents are lashing upon?
No, I feel comfortable because my opponents don't have any other thing to talk about that will propel this country. They only Delegia 12.4, which I stole. Delegua 12.4.
June 12.
June 12. There are 4 of them. Those are subjects for the last 17 years. Where have all our intelligentsia gone? Where are all the patriots of this country gone to? Don't forget, this country fought a civil war for 30 months. And that civil war has affected virtually everybody in this country. You have either lost a brother, a father, a mother, a friend, or even someone you know. And I'm not saying only in the then Biafra, but across this country. Nobody is talking about that. These millions of people died as a result of the civil war. But again, I can understand this is what makes Nigeria.